What's up, my beautiful friends? So when it comes to Amazon FBA private label, there are products you should typically stay away from selling, especially as a new seller. Now, anyone can sell these products. It's just important to understand the pros and cons and why we typically recommend staying away from these products so you can make the best decision for yourself. So let's get into today's video. As a new seller, we want to optimize profitability. So with that being said, we typically want to stay away from oversized products. The reason being is because these products are more expensive to source, ship, fulfill, store, etc. So this is really going to eat into your profit margins. So really try to stick with small, simple, lightweight products for your first inventory order. Next, you do not want to sell a product that has a patent. So what a patent is, it protects an inventor's invention. So no other company can sell their exact product. So before you sell a product, you need to make sure there's no current patents on that product, or else if you just make a listing anyways and sell that product, one, you could get denied. Two, you could lose your Seller Central account. And three, you can lose all that money in inventory. So definitely stay away from products that have a patent. You can pay $5 and have someone do a patent check for you. Another thing is you cannot copy anyone's trademarked brand name. So trademarks protect a brand name and a logo design. So if you just try to copy someone's brand name that you see on an Amazon listing, you are going to get in trouble. So don't do that either. Next, so many people hate to hear this, but you want to try to stay away from clothing, shoes, and things that have various sizes. So the reason for this is because one, clothing and shoes are going to have a very high minimum order quantity, and you're going to have a minimum order quantity for each and every size you're ordering. So with that being said, that's going to make your startup cost a lot more expensive. Not only that, clothing and shoes are going to have really high return rates, and then Amazon sellers tend to lose money on their returns at times. And not only that, trends tend to go in and out of style, especially when it comes to fashion. So as a new seller, you really want to find a product where you can launch one variation, order a test order of 150 to maybe 250 units, and then work your way up from there. And then in the future, when you have more cash flow and you're willing to kind of gamble with fashion, that is when you can, move forward with that path. Next, we want to stay away from temporarily trending products. So think of fad products. Back in the day, fidget spinners were huge for a hot second, and then they kind of died off. So with that being said, as an Amazon seller, we want to sell a product that can be consistently selling all year long, year after year. So we do not want to sell a product that all of a sudden has a spike in interest, because then we can risk that product not having that interest in the future. And we typically want to stay away from seasonal products if you can. This is not a requirement, but just understand the pros and cons. So if you sell a seasonal product, there may not be as much competition, because a lot of sellers want to sell products they can sell consistently year round. However, you have to understand your sales are not going to be consistent year round. So there's going to be a period of time during the year where you are getting sales, and then the rest of the year, your sales velocity is going to be really low. And if you're storing inventory and that inventory is not moving during the off season, you are going to be paying a lot of money in fees. So we really want a product we can consistently keep moving if you can. Next, we want to stay away from accessories that are only compatible with certain models. So think of a USB extender that may only be compatible with a MacBook. You cannot control if someone accidentally purchases that USB extender and then it doesn't work with their PC and then they leave a bad review. Not only that, let's say you're selling an iPhone case that's only compatible with the newest few iPhones. Once a new model comes out, your prior product is going to be irrelevant. So with that being said, we once again want a product we can sell consistently year after year, year around. Next, you want to be mindful if you decide to sell electronic products. So the reason for this is electronics typically tend to have higher defect rates. So you really have to make sure you are doing those third-party inspections and they are checking a large quantity of those units. But even if something goes wrong in shipping and something breaks and the electronic doesn't work, then you're going to risk getting a bad review. So normally as a new seller, you want to stay away from electronics that have a risk of having high defect rates, because if you start getting bad reviews, your listing is irrelevant. So just be mindful before moving forward with these products as a new seller. Next, we want to stay away from hazardous products. So think of nail color, hair color, pesticides, like anything that could be hazardous to the consumer. stay away from these products. They have high restrictions. Some are prohibited. So you can have issues with getting your Amazon listing approved. You may not be able to run Amazon ads on these products. So just stay away from things that could be dangerous to the consumer. Next, these two products are niche, but you don't have to avoid selling these products. Just understand if you sell a baby and or child related product, or if you sell a product that includes lithium ion batteries. So let's start with the baby. The baby and child products, you are going to be required to provide test reports, child protection certificates. So you're going to have to work back and forth with Amazon and your supplier to provide everything you need in order to sell a child and or baby product. Not only that, they do have extra restrictions and protocols in place. So you have to make sure you're doing all the labeling correctly. So just look at Amazon Seller Central for that. Now, when it comes to lithium ion batteries, you typically can only send these products via sea, first of all. Second of all, you're going to have to provide a safety data sheet to Amazon. So once again, you just have to make sure you are following Amazon's best practices when it comes to these two types of products. Lastly, try to stay away from adult products, hemp-related products, etc. So when it comes to these types of products, you're going to deal with legality issues, especially when it comes to sourcing and shipping. Not only that, you're going to be restricted to run Amazon ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and different types of ads for these products. So it can really make it difficult for you to get the sales you are looking for. So be mindful before you move forward with these types of products. Not only that, it's going to be way more expensive to source, ship, fulfill, all of that as well because of the nature behind these products. Lastly, get familiar with Amazon's list of prohibited products. So go through this list along with Amazon Seller Central's restricted products. So you want to make sure you're staying away from these products once again, because if you're selling a prohibited product, you're not going to get approved. If you're selling a restricted product, there's going to be extra loopholes and steps you have to take. And then not only that, there are products you are not able to run Amazon ads for. So you need to be aware of this. If you are launching a new product as an Amazon seller, Amazon ads are so important in order for you to rank on page 1 and 2 for these keywords people are typing in. So if you can't run ads, it's going to be really difficult for you to get these products moving. And once again, if your products are falling under these restricted and prohibited products, you are going to have higher fees in general. So get familiar with these lists, and I hope y'all found this video helpful, and let me know if y'all have any questions.